A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He finds Beckham, complete. 8 yards there and a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, wahoo.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for Cleveland. 68 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Go.
Throwing is Rodgers. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Rodgers now to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, team 6.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Hey, 88.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. Going up top. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
61, matchbox light.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own. And to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, but it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Broken tackle. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 20.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Packers. Geronimo Allison there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. First down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal.
Point it right.
They get it to him running left. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
10-30. Bravo.
Now Rodgers to throw again. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Hey, Zoo.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now he'll escape to his left. And he whips that one incomplete there. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Box it, box it, box it, box it. Hey, take 26. Hey, Delta.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to look deep down the field. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's T.J. Carey who picked it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. The Browns drive about to get started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Rodgers on the money to the tight end, Graham.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and he finds his tight end, Graham. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete to number 13. Out of bounds.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
A gain of 2. Brings up
Two-jet bomber. Two-jet bomber.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive.
Hey, you block over here. Jump out. Smoke.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Hey, watch inside. Slam. Hey, Alpha.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And he's got the connection to the tight end, Graham. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham there to make the grab. And the Packers get a score closer. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2.
Hey, you block over here. Down to lose 1. Hey, orbit.
Rodgers again now. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Hurry!
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
Here we go. Up, 13. Check 13.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th. And look at this, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 1st down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And this is caught off the deflection. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Mayfield now. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Lambeau, good night, everybody.
100-yard dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team, now they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets, the coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Mike. 319. Back one. 630.
Rodgers now on first down. It's caught here by Adams. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
26. Bud.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The safety, Morgan Burnett, that time gets home for the sack. On third and long, it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Chat 300. Chat 300. Chat 300.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got his man, it's Williams. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, box truck.
2nd and 5 now. Rodgers, the attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Hey, wahoo! Hey, 6
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Regular.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Chubb. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. On the ground, it's Chubb. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Big time drive. Let's go.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down?
80's getting the ball here. 80's getting the ball. Shift.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Go.
First down, Mayfield. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
Regular.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he's brought down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying some.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Rodgers. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? This will be taken about the 12. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. Pushing him away.
Popped it right out there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, team 6.
Throwing is Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And a Packer first down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. To throw, it's Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
13 yards, first down, Packers.
Complete to Devontae Adams. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Green Bay.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
50. Hey, you block over here.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Oh, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Under crunch.
Play fake. Mayfield. Going deep here for Landry. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. He was looking for Landry that time. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Hey, exit.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Denzel Ward. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Chubb running right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
133. Recon, 132 fighter. I got it.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a second and 14.
180. Run. Ricky.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
Hey, 133.
Mayfield. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 24. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
26.
Rodgers now to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Rodgers now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Myles Garrett in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Hey, 626.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kyler Fackrell, the linebacker.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Rodgers now on 1st down. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check 3, check 3.
On play action. Now Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.